I kick my thoughts alone, get remanded, born alone, die alone. No fool to keep my crown on throne. I'm deep below the raps. I kick my thoughts alone, get remanded, born alone, die alone. No fool to keep my crown on throne. I'm deep below the raps. I kick my thoughts alone, get remanded, born alone, die alone. No fool to keep my crown on throne. I'm deep below the raps. I kick my thoughts alone, get remanded, born alone, die alone. No fool to keep my crown on throne. I'm deep below the raps. I kick my thoughts alone, get remanded, born alone, die alone. No fool to keep my crown on throne. I'm deep below the raps. I kick my thoughts alone, get remanded, born alone, die alone. No fool to keep my crown on throne. I'm deep a sound alone.
Yo, what's up, guys? What's up, Switch Odyssey, Danic Velocity, Epic Blue Cat, Tyrese, Diego, what's going on, you guys? Happy Penguin Dude, what's up? Give me 1 second. Just trying to set something up here. Oh, don't pay attention to the peanuts. What's up, Ryukaze? Yes, happy weekend, everybody. What's up, Jacoon? What's up, my bro? How's it going? Maxstone says my latest short on your stream for a funny anti-Slade short. What? Okay, that's crazy. But anti-Slade? Who the hell is slandering Slade? That's what I want to know. The Trigun drip, though. Yes. I got this from earlier this year when I went to New Orleans with my friend. Yeah, we had went to a con, and that's when I picked this shirt up, and I got a. I don't know if I got this the con before or the one I went to recently, but I did get a wallet. It's kind of. Oh, I got it upside down. Yeah, I got a metal wallet, and I kind of had zero kind of printed on it. Yeah, I just can't remember if I got that at the con in January or the one the year before. But I definitely got this shirt in January when I was at the con. I doubt I'm going to go this year, though. I mean, next year, next January coming up, though. Just got a lot going on. But, yeah. Ryu says, where did I get that X4 poster? I got this actually from a local game shop. The game shop that I usually go to get my games and retro games from. And he just had it in this bin that was a full collection of posters. I'm just mad that I didn't get many of them because I'm pretty sure when I last went, they didn't have too many left. But that's where I got it from, a local game shop. Yeah, we're just chilling today. Just talking to you guys. But before we start anything major, because I do have a lot of stuff to talk about in regards to my channel. I mean, and this isn't scripted, by the way. I do have some notes just to make sure I'm touching on everything, but most of this is just going to be off the top of my head. But I do want to bring attention to fellow YouTuber Cole Fam, or Coleman X. He's recently going through some hard times with his home, and I left a link in the description to this video that's talking about it. So if anybody's got, if anyone's generous and they have the money to spare, go show some love to Cole Fam. Help him out in this time of need. And also, whenever I do get into it's time for me to talk about what I need to talk about, please remind me to press record, because I don't want to use the stream VOD because the quality is going to be shit. So I want to directly record it whenever I start talking, because I want to clip pieces from the stream and put it into the video. But I'm not going to talk about it just yet. But yeah, if you guys can, definitely go over there and help Cole Fam out at the end of the stream. But yeah, how you guys doing? How's your Saturday going? Blue Cat says, hey Magnus, do you just have random stores near you that you get your consoles? Well, we only have, I mean, aside from GameStops, because I just stopped going to them. GameStop just fucking sucks. But we do have a game exchange here, and there's another one out into another city in like Lafayette, and that's like an hour away, so I'm not gonna go through there. So just locally, there's two shops in particular that I go to. It's a local shop called Gameware, and another shop that's international. It's called Game Exchange. But that's where I get most of my stuff. But when it comes to consoles, I try to get those off eBay or something, because the quality of the consoles in the shops that I go to, they're not a great condition. And then the Gameware shop, they recently started getting a lot more consoles too, but whenever I saw them, I was like, well, damn, I already got all the consoles that I wanted. So by the time they got in stock, I was like, oh, shoot, man, I already got all my consoles. Because even though I got this glorious Model 1 Genesis on display, this isn't the Genesis I grew up with. I had a Model 3 Genesis, that little tiny ass thing. But it stopped working, unfortunately, and whenever I was getting a little nostalgic 2 years ago, I was like, man, I want another Genesis. So I got that one off of eBay. But I did get a Super Nintendo from that store, though. It's in pretty decent condition. Switch Odyssey says my day could have gone better, unfortunately. Oh man, well, I know how those days be. Hope everything looks up for you though, bro. Jack says I slept through most of my Saturday because my week was super busy, but hopefully I could take advantage of this free time for once. Know the feeling, bro. I know the feeling. Wyatt says just got all the Rockman Complete Works games. Ooh, awesome. Wait, you actually bought all of those? Because I know those are like expensive. Like individually. Because I mean, man, hats off to you, bro, because I just used the anniversary collection. Little Death Squad says, well enough now that my knee is feeling better. Oh, what happened to your knee? An accident or something? Well, it's good to know that you're getting better, though. Happy Penguin Dude says, doing great. Just been relaxing and playing some Marvel vs. Capcom 2. Ooh. That's something I need to get back to, because I did get the collection. And, yeah, just so much stuff has been going on. I haven't been able to do a lot of casual gaming at all lately. But when I do get back to it, I'm definitely going to get back into some Marvel too. I loved Marvel when I was growing up. Was never any good at it, but now that I'm older and more experienced, I'm definitely able to grasp the game's mechanics better now. Because right now, my team is Mega Man, obviously, Storm, and the third person kind of alternates. I haven't really decided on a third person in the team. I mean, I could go Sentinel for maximum brain damage, but I'm not trying to be toxic. Blue Cat says, would you rather have a Model 1 or Model 3? Now, see, that's a good question, because objectively speaking, the Model 1 is superior. But the Model 3, it's just nostalgic. But the upsides to having a Model 3 is that you don't have to go through this whole witchcraft that I have to do right here with an aux cord to get stereo, because the Model 1 can't output stereo. It's locked to mono unless you have that aux cable to connect to either your sound system or your TV. Or the way how I got it, I have an HD Retrovision component cable, and it has like a little port on the side where you can actually plug into the aux. Yeah, it's real good. So whenever I take the witchcraft out of the equation, I much prefer the Model 1. And the Model 3 has some weird audio issues in general. So even though it's got stereo, it has its downsides. Model 1 is like just nothing you can go wrong with that. As long as you get the one that says high definition graphics around it, because that's the best one. Jack says, gonna try to get more Luger progress done. Awesome, man. You know how much I look forward to your Luger gameplay, bro. Good to hear that. Nice update. Wyatt says, not too bad. I found a listing that had all 6 games and came with a Japanese PS1 for around 180. Okay, that's not bad. Because I've seen listings on eBay for the full complete works, and I just had to, oh, like, no. I'm good on that. But that's a nice deal. Tyree says, finally got Sparking Zero. Nice. Sparking Zero is another one I need to get back to. I last I played Sparking Zero, I was playing the Goku, like the little Goku what ifs scenarios and all of that. I mean, I won't talk anymore about it just to not spoil anybody who hasn't played Sparking Zero yet. That game is fucking awesome. Favorite Mega Man X game? X4. No competition. There's no hesitation on that one. Roll is trash in Marvel 2. That's tragic, but it's true. It's true. Poor Roll. She was a monster in Tatsunoko versus Capcom, though. Like, people shit on Roll in the Marvel games, but man, Roll was a deviant in Tatsunoko. Ty says, nice Sega Genesis you got there. Awesome. Hey, thanks. I love it. Is it Zero in fighting games like S tier or something? Yeah. Zero is always broken no matter what game it is. He is always broken. There's not a single crossover where Zero was like not top tier. But yeah, actually, let me just go ahead and cut a game on just to have something going on other than y'all staring at my face. Yeah, let me. I did set it up. Let me. Yeah. Yeah, just keep your questions coming, guys. There's somehow going to be a game where Zero isn't A tier. I would love to see that. And I bet even if he is, it's like subpar, there's probably going to be some weird mechanics that'll make him viable anyway. I only had the Genesis plugged up because it was the last thing I had plugged up, and I just did not feel like unplugging it. Zero X design or Zero Z design? You know, I used to not hesitate on that question because I used to say zero series all the way, and I think that's still my answer. But the X series design is more iconic. I'd say as a biased answer, 0-1, but I'd say if I were to be a little bit more reasonable, I would go for the X series design. Yeah, hard question to answer. Switch Odyssey says, are you going to make more appearances in other videos in the future? Appearances as in like getting into other content creators' videos and stuff in streams? Because if so, I mean, I'd definitely be down for it. I mean, assuming anybody reaches out to me to do that sort of thing. Like, so far, I've mainly just been collabing with Power Guy. But only the future will tell on that. But I'm willing to work with anybody. So long as, you know, they aren't a sketchy individual. Because I was really, really close to doing something with Revo a long time ago, and I was like, yeah, after all that shit that happened with him, I'm glad I didn't do that. Irish Descent says, oh yeah, on the topic of watching your stuff recently, your editing is absolutely insane in a positive way. Been loving what I've been watching. Hey, thank you. I've always been making an honest effort to improve my editing. And I'm glad to see that the fruits of that labor is finally kind of ripening in a way. So yeah, thank you. And I am so off frame right now. I'm supposed to be in the center of the fucking camera. Okay. Wyatt says I've only played Shining Force 3. I need to play the Genesis games. I'm actually the opposite. I've played a gajillion Shining Force games, and yet Shining Force 3 is the one game I have not yet to play. But I will be playing it soon. Probably in the beginning of next year. An important question on behalf of dog lovers, Lightning Edge says. Any plans on getting Kai his own cam for chill chats, chill streams? It hasn't crossed my mind. Like, I'll be honest with you, I haven't really thought about it. Because half of the time he's not even in here, he's in the other room sleeping. But just lately, for some reason, whenever I start streaming, he starts scratching on my door. And I'm like, okay, what, you want to be a part of the stream? I mean, right now, he's kind of... yeah, he's kind of sleeping right now. I don't want to wake him up. I mean, he will eventually wake himself up whenever he hears some noise in the front, so that's inevitable. I just have to make sure he doesn't drop down and throw the Genesis over, because he's kind of known for being a little deviant like that. Venom Human says, you like the Legends series? Oh yeah, I love it. I just wish Legends, you know, and I'm not even gonna go down that conversation route. It's beating a dead horse at this point. We already know what happened with Legends 3. But yeah, I love the Legends series, especially the second game. Has Kai ever broken something pricey? Blue Cat says. The closest he's ever done that is, whenever my Super Nintendo was plugged up and my controller was kind of sitting like this, and he tripped over the cord and the SNES fell on the floor, and that fucked it up. Like the back piece that goes into the power, yeah, the back piece that goes into the power outlet, that snapped off. And that's why I kind of had to do a little project where I had to solder a new unit on, a new AC port on. So that was an ordeal. But that wasn't too pricey. Lightning Edge says, Kai be like, who is my human pet talking to? Yeah, sometimes I feel like the dynamic is swapped. It's like I'm the pet sometimes, and yeah. Okay. Max, what will I call you? I'm really not in the mood to come up with something clever. Oh my god. I could just push in and just use his default name. You know what? Venom Human says Shining Force or Fire Emblem. Shining Force, definitely. Like, I will admit Fire Emblem is objectively the better game in terms of, characterization and stuff like that. And a more, fleshed out story. But Shining Force takes the cake for its more fun gameplay, in my opinion, and the world building is just ridiculous. Just ridiculously great. The diversity and races in the characters. I just love the world of the Shining Force games so much. Nice to meet you, dumbass. Oh my god. Oh boy. If I ever do a Shining Force stream again like I did, like a full playthrough like I did for the second game, I am definitely using this name. Last time we did... What did we use last time? It was, damn it, yeah. I named Bowie, damn it. Wyatt says, have you ever played the Panzer Dragoon games? Oh, for a second there, I thought you said Panzer Paladin. But, because I played that game. But Panzer Dragoon, no, I haven't played that. Well, dumbass, had enough sword play for today. Shadow X6 says, Agnes, please notice me. Hello. Favorite Mega Man? Zero doesn't count. I mean, if we're going by classic series, Mega Man 8, X series, X4. Oh, so I don't know if anybody was in the new, well, I don't know if anybody's been keeping up with the news, but how'd you guys like that Mike Tyson versus Fake Paul fight? Yeah, because I mean, I've got my thoughts on it, but let me hear what you guys have to say about that fight first. All right, I need to go get my party members first. Been a hot minute since I played the first Shining Force game. The fights preceding Mike Tyson was good at least. Yeah, like the Barrios fight versus the other guy and the chicks before the Tyson fight. Like those were great. I saw some highlights of those. You thought I was gonna be paying to watch that shit? No. But yeah, that shit was disappointing, bro. It's like, but at the same time, that's kind of what we asked for, because I mean, what did people expect? It was a 58-year-old Mike Tyson who, mind you, a few months prior, he had an ulcer flare up. And, you know, the dude almost died. And based on what I researched, that could take half a year to like a full year to see a full recovery from. So the fact that Tyson jumped in the ring after that, it's like, I don't even know what people expected on that. But it was definitely scripted regardless. I feel like that, but that's all I'm gonna say on that. Uh-oh. Okay. Hey, DK, what's up? Dumbass, will you take the task? What's Shadow X6 says, what's your favorite X armor? Gameplay performance wise, that would have to be the 4th armor. But if we're going pure aesthetics, blade armor all the way. It is such a beautiful armor. Ultimate Lifeform says, honestly, no matter what the outcome of the fight would have been in the ring, Jake lost outside the ring. Yeah. I mean, he was gonna get clowned on regardless. I mean, if you beat up an old man, people are gonna clown on you. If you won against an old man, people are gonna clown on you. Little Death Squat says, favorite new meme? I'm gonna be honest, I'm not in the loop when it comes to most memes. The only time I'll know about a meme is unless it just randomly shows up into my recommended, or you know, a friend shows me something stupid. Switch Odyssey says, I heard Netflix keeps freezing on the fight. Yeah, that was a common complaint. I actually heard they're gonna get sued for that. BK says memes come and go so fast now I stopped keeping track of it a while ago. Yeah, same here. It's just like there are like so many memes that comes out at like a rapid pace. It's hard to keep track of them all. So that's why I just don't really give a fuck. I'll be honest with you. Whatever comes my way, I'll embrace it, but otherwise, I just don't really try to keep up with it. Whenever I get into the first battle, that's whenever I'll start talking about the stuff that I need to talk about, so... yeah, until then, yeah, just keep your questions coming, guys. Give one to Towel, because I know her HP. Ashar, what's up, my buddy? How's it going? Yeah, look. Little Death Squat says, are you into horror games, Magnus? Generally, no. I mean, I was never big on the horror genre in general. Yeah, that's enough herbs. If you were to make a sequel to a Mega Man game, what would it be? Any in the franchise? X9. Mega Man X9. That just needs to happen for obvious reasons. Ming says, how often do you play the Zero games? I'm actually going to get into that in a bit. That's part of the stuff I need to talk about. Ultimate Lifeform says, do you have a favorite genre that most would consider niche? Strategy games, like the one I'm playing now. I mean, aside from Fire Emblem being in the mainstream, I kind of consider that an outlier. Because Fire Emblem's popularity kind of fluctuates. But the strategy game genre, when you consider the entire picture, it's very niche, very small. It's only a certain amount of people who could actually appreciate them. Alright, see you later, Epic Blue Cat. Also, before I start this fight, I actually have to egress out immediately. Well, not egress, but just leave, because there's a character that I can get in a little village. You just couldn't get him because of the scripted transit to this battle. But he's right here. Oh, shit. Didn't mean to go back in. Fuck. Small enough to fit a school bus. Yep. Fucking hell. Jack says, I would like to see Star Force 4 happen within my lifetime. That's probably never gonna happen. It almost happened. Yeah, because I know Shadow Rock covered it a few years ago, where it was one of those canceled games that we just didn't know about. So, 4 was gonna happen, but it just never went past the development stage. You know how Capcom is. Once they cancel something, they just consider it dead forever. Corbin says, hi Magnus, hope your day is going well. Thank you. It's going pretty good. How about yourself? But yeah, actually let me press record now, because that's when I really want to start talking about the real talk, as you saw in the title. But yeah, first thing I want to address, well, the state of my channel, because it, oh wait, let me let Max attack him. Don't miss. Thank you. But yeah, the state of my channel. So I'm just gonna come out and say it. I'm retiring. But not in the traditional sense. Like, not retired as in I'm gonna stop uploading videos entirely and just not do a damn thing anymore with the channel. But just retire. Oh my god. He just jumped from this bed. Almost knocked the Genesis over. Good crazy ass dog. But yeah, I'm retiring, but kind of in a unique way. Because, let's just be honest, I'm tired of playing Mega Man. Mainly, I'd say tired as in I'm tired of doing content for it. It's I can't really enjoy playing a Mega Man game without thinking about a way how to make content out of it. And that's pretty exhausting. Because I don't exactly have that sort of drive to make a lot of content on Mega Man anymore. And it's really affected how I can casually enjoy it. Because I can't sit down and play something like 03, for example, and then just kind of in the back of my head be like, man, I'm not playing ultimately right now. You know, and it kind of bums me out, because I love the Mega Man games, and the fact that I can't really play them casually anymore mentally, yeah, it kind of fucks with you a bit. But when I say retired as in not doing content for it, that doesn't mean I'm gonna just stop outright. That just means I'm gonna stop doing all of this super try-hard speed running shit on a regular basis. Because I just kind of need to reset. And I also want to do other stuff with the franchise. Like, for example, I don't know if you guys remember, but I had that idea of reviewing the Mega Man and Sonic Archie comic crossover, and that just never happened because I was too busy with other stuff. So like when I think about content like that, I would love to do stuff like that, because I'm already talking about, you know, story and stuff on my other channel. So it's like, it's not like I'm unfamiliar with the concept. Let me hit him just in case Max gets hit again. Yeah, but it's just other stuff I want to do with the channel. I also want to kind of do more goofy shit on the same caliber as Ultimate Disrespect, just not as crazy in the gameplay aspect. Because as I was editing that video, it made me realize just how much I love the process itself. Just stamping together a good edit, kind of making a story out of it, stuff like that. Because it's more in alignment with my passions. But at the current trajectory this channel's going, it's only a matter of time before I just stop. I just start hating Mega Man. Because let me be real with y'all. The last time I actually played a Mega Man game that wasn't under the pretense of me needing to make content out of it was Mega Man 11. Because I don't count the Battle Network collection. Because, yeah, I did have a lot of fun with the collection, but I still had that intention, even though I didn't act on it, I still had that intention to make some Battle Network content. It just never happened. So, yeah, it's hard to say that I went into the Battle Network collection with full intention to play it casually. Because, I have to be honest with myself, I just didn't. I had the content in the back of my head. But yeah, the last time I actually casually played a Mega Man game without worrying about my channel or anything like that, that was definitely when Mega Man 11 came out. That was 6 years ago. Anytime I've been playing Mega Man games now, it has strictly been for content. And whenever I'm playing a game casually, 9 times out of 10, it's not a Mega Man game. It's something like this, what I'm playing right now. You know, the hours I put into... Oh, about time y'all come down. Yeah, the hours I put into doing quick kills and stuff and full low damage runs and all of that. That was just hours of labor as opposed to hours of fun, if that makes any sense. So there's plenty of times where I would be grinding to make, like, for example, a quick kill compilation or something like that. And it's like, I had fun, don't get me wrong, but it's just the fact that when you do it as long as I have, and considering the fact that before I even started doing, like, high-effort YouTube videos on this stuff, even as a kid, I was doing crazy shit with the Mega Man games. So yeah, it was only a matter of time before I just said, man, I'm not really enjoying this as much as I used to anymore. But that's not to say that I'm just going to give up on it entirely. Like, I do still want to do something like a Mega Man 8 Weapon Master, but it's definitely not happening anytime soon. Because the tentative idea is to finally finish the Model PX run. And once I do that, that will mark my official semi-retirement. But yeah, I just want to do more casual stuff for the channel. And sideline it, because I did say this in the other stream I did before I kind of went radio silent for a few weeks. God damn! Oh, Max is about to die. Before I consider that train of thought, let me see what the fuck is about to happen with Max. Oh my god. Them dwarfs hit so hard. Ooh, please don't double attack. As long as that... I'm talking about this shit and I wasn't even paying attention to the dwarf. Oh. Oh, thank God. Actually, you know what? Let Max sit it out. How much XP he got? Yeah. Okay, he's safe, so now I can get back to what I was saying. But yeah, yeah, I just want to get to doing more stuff with the channel. Ooh, she is probably dead. But yeah, continuing that train of thought. I do need to finish the Model PX run at the bare minimum. I haven't even started re-recording it yet because I need to record it in 1440p. But once that's done, I'm just kind of done. For now. And then if there's and if inspiration sparks for me to actually do some more no damage runs, it'll just happen sporadically. Just if I'm in the mood. But yeah, before that jump scare with Max about to die, what I was going to say was that in the last stream I made before I went radio silent, I expressed that the intention was to make the Magnus Zero channel, you know, the sideshow. And that way I can have more time to focus on, you know, my other channel, the Kane Magnus channel. Because that's more in alignment with what I want my future to be. Because I've said this plenty of times, but my intention is to be a published author. And given the theme of Kane Magnus, I don't just have to cover Fire Emblem. Fire Emblem was just a starting point. I eventually want to talk more about stuff like Shining Force, this game here, and the entire series surrounding it. Because I really love this game. It's a huge part of my childhood. I mean, I know I go on and on about Mega Man, but Shining Force is just as much a part of my childhood as any other game. And after I finish this huge video on my other channel that I've been really slow with, just because of work and general fatigue, which is another thing I'm going to talk about later, I've just been editing that video really slow. Because it's a Fire Emblem 4 video, and right now, at the moment, I've made a good chunk of progress on it. Right now, I can safely say I'm almost halfway done with it. Because the game is split into 2 generations, and I've more or less fully edited Generation 1. I'm still on the fence if I want to split the video in 2 instead of releasing it into this big hour-and-a-half long juggernaut that it's going to be. But we'll see how that turns out. But once I finish that video, because that's the main reason why I've been away from this channel, because I did say after I finished Ultimate Disrespect I was going to focus more on that channel. Oh shit. Yeah, but once that Fire Emblem 4 video is finally done, I kind of want to do a big Shining Force passion project over there. Kind of in the same vein as the Fire Emblem 4 video, but now that I kind of have a grasp on how my editing style is over there, it won't take nearly as long. But yeah, my decline with this channel has showed for the longest, because anybody with a keen eye could tell that my infrequency in uploading is very indicative of how done I am with this shit. And I just want to move on to bigger and badder things, which is my second channel. And the Kane Magnus channel will remain stagnant as long as I keep, you know, milking this channel. Because sometimes you just gotta let things go, man. And I've had my fun with this series, don't get me wrong, and I'm going to continue loving Mega Man. And I'm going to continue making content for it. It's just not going to be the focus anymore. Like, I'm 32, I need to crack down harder on my goals. You know, not getting any younger. about time you come down here. Just don't kill me. Shit, he killed me. With the critical hit, no less. It's the worst luck, getting a critical hit from a Rune Knight. It's like when that happens, you're just guaranteed dead. Thank God this isn't a serious playthrough, otherwise I would have been a little upset about that. Well, I can attribute that to me just not paying attention because I'm trying to focus more on what I'm talking about here. But yeah, that's the plan so far. I just need to focus on what matters the most. But when I make the video that I planned on making to further go into this, like I said, that's the reason why I'm hitting record on this now, just to clip it so I won't have to talk as much in that video and let this speak for itself. You know, I just want to play Mega Man again without having to worry about content. And that's, and I'm pretty sure some people could be asking, well, just pivot, just do something else. And that's the thing that, you know, normal viewers of YouTuber don't really understand about content creation, is that once you're locked into a niche, YouTube locks you into that niche. And when you try to do something different, one of two things are going to happen, or both. One, YouTube just isn't going to push your videos to your audience because the people who didn't subscribe for the new shit that you're trying to put out, they're going to use that data to come to the conclusion that nobody wants to watch it. So they're just not going to send you... They're not going to send viewers that video or whatever you're doing. That's why when a lot of people try to pivot and do something different whenever they're burnt out on a particular topic, it just fails miserably for them. Mainly because of YouTube and how the system works. And the second thing that would happen is it kind of works in tandem with the whole YouTube fucking you over. It's that it's a big whiplash to the people who supported you over the years. And most people will, like, it's a hard pill to swallow, but it's the truth. Most people will just straight out duck and leave whenever you make a content shift, because once you stop making the stuff that they care about, they're not going to stick around. Now, that doesn't mess with me too much because I don't really rely on YouTube in terms, like, financially, because I got a whole day job for that. I mean, well, evening job to be more specific. But like when you get to the point where I've grown a sizable following, that's whenever you start to feel trapped. Because now that you've got a following, it's gonna be difficult to keep them around if you're not giving them what they came for. But when you're smaller, you've got a lot more leeway. Like the King Magnus channel, for example. I can catch that before it gets out of control and become a strict Fire Emblem channel. Because I've kept myself open to the idea of covering other games. And if I have a strong foundation of being more of a variety guy in that field, you know, I won't fall into the same trap that I did with the Magnus Zero channel. I'd say once you get up to the numbers that I'm seeing, you're kind of locked in at that point. Venom says, I really don't blame you. The fact that Capcom doesn't give a shit anymore doesn't help either. Yeah, that's part of it too. Because we just don't really have any fresh content aside from fan games. Don't get me wrong. Fan games can also help keep the community going strong and content going around. Because I know I was talking earlier. I know a lot of y'all's been talking. I've just been kind of focused on what I've been saying. And I heard somebody ask something about the X8 demake, which is something I actually did want to cover on my channel. And I'm reserving like a review style video for it. But I haven't played it yet. I did download it. But that kind of goes back into what I said earlier. The fact that the main motivation to even play the X8 demake was to make content for it, that was part of the reason what made me realize, wow, I'm actually starting to hate this now. Because I should be having fun with this fan game instead of, you know, just trying to get some content out of it. But yeah, I'm kind of neck deep in this whole Mega Man thing with the channel, but I can still pivot from this burnout by just expanding on what the content will be. Like I said, I want to do more discussion videos. I want to do more breakdowns, more reviews. I eventually want to get all the Archie comics and read them. I mean, for collection's sake, that's going to be expensive. So I'm definitely going to try to just read them online. Jack says he will switch to the 3 Copes Mercedes profile picture whenever he finally plays 3 Copes. I mean, maybe I will. You never know. I'm definitely not playing 3 Hopes anytime at the end of this year. It'll have to be 2025. Like, part of the reason why I'm putting it off is just I just cannot stand that spin-off style. That's why I never got into the Zelda spin-off with the Tears. No, not Tears. You know, the Dynasty Warriors spin-off thing. I was never into that genre. It's just mindless button mashing to me. But yeah, that's kind of just the gist of it. That's kind of the plans going forward. I'm gonna semi-retire, just to recap. And kind of pivot into a more casual direction. I won't be streaming for a while, at least until I get my bearings and whenever I kind of finish that Fire Emblem 4 video. But, oh, that's a dead kin. Yeah. Yeah, gonna semi-retire. And that's gonna start after I after I finish the Model PX run. I just want to kind of return to a time where I play Mega Man games just to, you know, escape, have fun with them, clear my head of anything's going on. But the other thing I wanted to talk about, though, is that another contributor to my low activity as of late is just general fatigue. Because consistently going to work in the day job, well, evening job every single day paired with me trying to, you know, stay on top of my goals, it's exhausting. And the fact that I have to deal with such characters at work every day does not make it any better. Because I used to successfully just go to work, collect my paycheck, and come home just fine. Don't even have to worry about the bullshit. Whatever happens at work just stays at work. I was pretty good at that. But I guess the stress of trying to stay consistent with working on my goals, compounded with the obligation to go to work every day and deal with all the bullshit that comes with it, it's really weighing on me now. And the fact that the state of the world right now is getting even stupider. I mean, I shouldn't have to say, I shouldn't even have to expound on that without you guys knowing what I'm talking about. And just the unrest in the entire country, and then all the craziness that's going on overseas, and things are really depressing right now, man. So that shit weighs on your psyche. So whenever I do come home from work, I have very little energy to actually do anything. And then whenever I do get to work on something, I don't make as much progress as I would like, because I'm just so fucking tired. Okay, finally that fight's over. Yeah, and then I'd say when I had my back injury, like last month when I had my back injury, that really showed just how exhausted I am. Because the injury technically happened at home, that's why I couldn't really do any sort of workers' comp to get compensated for that. But I know for sure in my heart the only reason my back gave out on me like it did was just all of the overworking and stress. Because when you're going through stuff mentally, that shit can affect your body physically. And compound that with the backbreaking work that I do on a regular basis, like, I'm honestly not even surprised that my back gave out. But I guess the real kick in the teeth is like what I said earlier. It's just the people that I deal with on a regular basis at work. Because, like, you guys want to know something? Because I know in that video I made, that Mega Man and Chill video I made about my back situation, and I went over how, you know, a lot of my coworkers pitched in and helped me with, you know, getting some paid time off because I didn't have a lot saved up. And most of the team was supportive and they understood what I was going through. But there was this one lady, and if she was any normal employee, I would have just been able to ignore her easily. But the fact that she has a lead position makes her really overbearing, and it's hard to ignore her. But the first thing she said to me when I came back was, "Oh, why'd you have to go and get your back thrown out?" And I'm like, what the fuck? Like, no, hey, how you doing? I'm glad you're feeling better. None of that. It's just like my back being thrown out was like a huge inconvenience to her. All because, I guess to give you the full backstory, before my back had gotten thrown out, I was supposed to do a major project. Because if you guys don't know, I work at a hospital. I'm in charge of just doing heavy duty floor care. Like, you know, when you walk into a hospital and the floors are shiny as fuck. You know, people like me, that's my job, to keep it shiny and all that stuff. You know, and I strip old wax and put down new wax to make it shiny. You know, buff wax and all that type of stuff. So I was supposed to do a big project in a doctor's office because they were having a hard time with getting the guy who actually is supposed to do that building, the guy who's responsible for it, because it wasn't my building, it wasn't my responsibility. But he's an asshole and he gets on everybody's nerves. He's a huge drama queen. And she just didn't want to deal with him. And then my supervisor, he didn't know what to do. So it's like, well, he called me up and asked me if I could take care of the project in his place because that guy's an asshole. And of course, in the back of my mind, I'm like, why don't you just fire the bastard? Like, fuck him. If you don't want to do his work, get rid of him. But, you know what, that's not even my place. I'm not even going to get into that all office politics bullshit. But yeah, I was supposed to do that. And I was kind of dreading that because they told me that on a Friday, and I had that in my mind coming back Monday doing this huge project I didn't want to do. That wasn't even my responsibility, but I was going to do it anyway because, well, it's my job. But yeah, that threw it off because whenever I was off for that whole week and a half, they had to force that dumbass to do it because nobody else was around to do it. So she was pissed off at that because he had to do the work. So by my back being thrown out, I couldn't do the project. And somehow that's my fault. And like I said, if she were just some normal employee that I could have just ignored, it would have been just fine. But the fact that my supervisor made her a lead, it's like you kind of have to interact with that person. So I'm just like, oh, this bitch. And then ever since then, when I came back, because I said it in my mind after that accident with my back, I told myself I wasn't going to overwork myself for this stupid ass job anymore. I was going to come in, do my 8 hours, and just go back home. And I stand firm on that. I'm still doing that. Because that job takes a lot out of you. So as long as I kind of keep the work balanced and doing what I'm supposed to do, then I'll be fine. I mean, my back still hurts from time to time. It hasn't fully healed. I mean, when you pull a muscle as hard as I did, that's going to take a while to fully heal. But I just don't want to go through that again. And it seems like I'm being punished for that. The fact that I'm going through the effort to take care of my body and not do any unnecessary extra work that I'm not supposed to do. I'm catching shit for it. Because all last week, that lady was pissing me off. Like, I'm not gonna lie, I was like this close to cussing her out Thursday. Because she kept bugging me about some floors. Because the thing is, whenever you finish a major project, you're supposed to come back and periodically buff the floors after you lay the fresh wax. And obviously that asshole I was talking about, he hasn't been doing that. So she needs somebody to go into that area to keep buffing it, just to maintain it. And she keeps bugging me for 2 weeks straight to do this shit. And I'm like, hey, for one, you're just a lead. You're not my supervisor. Like, even though you have some power in our department, you're not the person I answer to. So I ain't gotta do shit that you tell me to do. If it's not coming out my supervisor's mouth, I'm not fucking doing it. And I'm just gonna die on that hill. And, you know, she's been giving me a hard time for that. Because she knows that she can't force me to do it. But she keeps pestering me every single day And I'm like, I am not the only person there, okay? I have 2 other guys there that could do that for you. And like, why won't you hit up the motherfucker who's that area belongs to? That's who's supposed to do it. But no, just keep bothering me to do it. Like I said, I was very close to cussing her out Thursday. And I normally have a very strong grip on my emotions, so the fact that it was even going to happen surprised me. Because I didn't cuss her out Thursday, but I did raise my voice at her. That much I will admit to. Because it was just getting on my nerve at that point. And I told her straight up, and I held my arms out like this. All right, what am I supposed to do about it? Because I was trying to be flexible, even though I didn't want to do it. I told her, if nothing major's going on, I'll try to get back there. But the problem is, we have a attendance problem at our job, and a lot of people call off. So when people call off, I gotta help out a lot. Like, no matter what my area is, I have to help out when somebody's not here. So you'd think she would at least be more understanding of the fact that I can't do everything. I can't go around helping everybody, then helping you, and then everybody's gotten so comfortable, and I'm talking about our entire team. Everybody's gotten so comfortable with asking me to do shit. It's like, can you help out? Could you help me out with this week? You know, such and such. It's like, I don't want the other guy to do it. He's not gonna do it right. Which, like, that's flattering to hear, but at the same time, you're still wearing me out. So yeah, everybody in there just kind of got too comfortable relying on me to get shit done. So now that I'm finally putting my foot down and just saying no, now there's a problem. Jack says, imagine getting punished because some man-child refuses to do their job. Yep, that's how it be. And the whole thing about that guy, I know I've been talking about this lady, but that guy pisses me off the most. Because remember how I said he's a big drama queen? I am not exaggerating on that. In fact, I'm still talking good about him by just calling him a drama queen, because I feel like he's worse than that. Dude acts like a straight female half the time. Like, and he acts like such a little bitch too, and a little baby. And again, this is a dude that's pushing 60 years old, and he makes a big hissy fit whenever you have to use equipment. It's like, dude, we share this equipment. Nobody owns the equipment in this fucking building. So I have to deal with assholes like that every day, who are just straight up man children. And you have to deal with his attitude every fucking day. I mean, I just stopped talking to him. I don't even say a fucking word to him. I just pass him by, act like I don't even see him. But sometimes you can't avoid them, because whenever I need to use a machine or something, and you're like, oh, where you going with that? I need that. Man, shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up before I hurt you, man. I'm trying to keep my job. I want to say the week before last, like, them people were really testing me that week. It's like everybody had a stick up their ass for some reason. But yeah, the long and short of it, it's just when I have to come home after dealing with bullshit like that. You can see how I'm exhausted more than I should be when I come home. Because it's bad enough that I have to work hard as fuck, even when I don't want to. But then have to deal with the bullshit drama attached to that. It's not fun. Ah, shit, I should have hit him with the staff instead of wasting this. Yeah, 1 HP. So yeah, when I take all of that into account, and the fact that I've just been really socially exhausted lately, to the point where I really just don't even feel like being bothered half the time. Because it's hard to get my peace at home. Like, even at home, it's hard to get peace. I mean, even right now, it's quiet, but yeah, it's just when you have a lot on your mind, you're still not quite at peace. If that makes any sense. Jack says, why is it the 50, 60-year-old heads that are acting like this? I have no idea. Like, that's... I don't get it myself. It may have to do something with them just not being able to accept the fact that they're getting old. And just for some reason, they have a lot of friction with young guys. Because that dude in particular at my job, he loves to get into it with younger guys for some reason. And yet he's always cool with the older guys for some reason. But like me, I value my job too much to let him jeopardize it. So as much as sometimes I just want to do like this to him, I'm not gonna fuck myself over like that. And you know, of course he's old, so I don't want to actually hit him and then end up, you know, hurting him really bad by mistake. Ooh, don't do that. Yeah, but yeah, I just have no idea why these old guys are just doing this shit, man. But I know that dude in particular, I think he has something wrong with him. He definitely comes off as somebody with bipolar disorder. He definitely shows all the symptoms. So that's why I kind of just try not to let him get under my skin too much. But it's still the mental toll that still kind of takes on you. Oh, that Luke might be gone. Yep. It's fine, I can revive him. Lightning Edge says, while it's easy to keep work drama strictly at work, it's nearly impossible to avoid bringing the mental fatigue back home. Exactly. Yeah, that's the big point I'm trying to make. Like, I can handle it just fine. I'll deal with it while I'm at work. But when you get home and you have to reflect on all that bullshit and then have to come back and realize all the stuff that you want to do and... Oh, what the hell? My recording stopped. I have no idea why. Well, that's bad. Well, it stopped at 40 minutes, so I think it did get most of what I wanted to say. So I'm not tripping on that. It's whatever. And if it does cut off on something I need, then I'll just kind of have to record some lines for it, I guess. It's fine. Oh man, but Ken and Luke died. If I was actually paying attention to the game, then I definitely could have avoided them getting killed. Wait, where's Tao? I'm kinda... Yeah, she needs Blaze too. Oh, but she's out of MP. Yeah, he's gonna kill him. Okay, that's good. Yeah, it sucks to have to affect the rest of the day, and you can't just give up and throw everything out the window. So you kind of be the bigger. You got to be the bigger person. It's tiring, though. Yeah, it's kind of the depressing reality of it. See you later, Ryu. Thanks for stopping by, man. Jack says it just sucks that we gotta be the bigger person every time. Meanwhile, people like the annoying old heads me and Magnus brought up get to take the low load every time and aren't punished for it. Yeah. And let me tell you something about that guy. He's done a lot of shit that should have got him fired. That man should have been fired. And if I did even half of the shit he did, I would have been out the door. His general attitude, the way how he gets into fights with everybody, how he can't even be an adult and share equipment, and just the way how he talks to people. This dude must be clapping somebody's cheeks in that administrative office to be still able to have a job there. That's the only explanation. Either that or he's got some dirt on somebody, and I don't know. Because if it was any other person, they would have been fired by now. No, it just falls on people like us to be the more responsible and mature person. It checks it. Maybe he's clapping that lead of yours. As humorous as that would be, I severely doubt that because they hate each other's guts. Which is so ironic considering they're both are like the same, like similar type of personality. Unless they got a love-hate thing going on. I don't even want to think about it. Get that mental image out of my head. Two old people. No. Cain of Runefaust. Hey guys, let me show you something that this game has some kind of translation errors. His name is not supposed to be spelled Cain as in K, it's supposed to be called C-A-I-N. That's his real name, Cain, like the actual Cain and Abel. Which is where the inspiration for my other channel name came from. Oh, this is Cain. Though you don't actually fight him until much later into the game. Dumbass, look to the king. Yeah, but I think that was mostly what I wanted to talk about, though. I hope that recording did get everything, because I really don't want to use the VOD in its choppy quality. Let me see. Yeah, according to my notes, I just about gotten everything. I mean, I guess the only other thing was, shoot. Yeah, I guess the only other thing I wanted to talk about was that 2025 was going to be kind of a big year for me. So kind of regardless of what I'm doing with my projects and stuff, my mind's definitely going to be in other places. Because for one, it's the ideal time for me to finally be able to find a new place to stay. Because I'm finally going to be moving out of here soon. And 2025, that's going to be the best time I can do it. I'm going to try to catch it now while prices are still... Well, prices aren't as bad right now because I live in Louisiana. You know, housing prices aren't that bad compared to the rest of the country. So, kind of want to get a place now while it's still looking kind of okay. So I'm going to be definitely more busy with that, looking at houses and stuff. And I'm also finally going to get a therapist. Because I'm going to be seeing a new primary care doctor in the middle of December. So I need to make sure I'm all good and healthy, physically. I need to make sure my mental's okay after that. And that's why in 2025, at the beginning of the year, I'm going to try to go through all of that, find me a good therapist. Yeah, stuff like that. And finally get some closure on, you know, my whole autism thing. Because that's why every time I've brought it up, I've always framed it as presumed. Because self-diagnosis is a terrible thing to do. I would not recommend self-diagnosing anything. But I kind of know myself better than anybody else. So I kind of just need the official diagnosis to be 100% sure. So whenever I find my therapist, I'm gonna try to go through that process of getting an autism assessment. I mean, it's gonna be difficult to do since I'm an adult, and that type of stuff is better diagnosed when you're a child, because I'm older now and I've definitely come up with better coping mechanisms and stuff and learned behaviors. Through the struggles I had as a kid, I don't really have them as much anymore, if at all. It's like when I tell people that I'm possibly on the spectrum, they look at me like, wow, really? Like, I wouldn't have guessed. It's like, well, yeah, because one, as a kid, I did a lot of masking, and two, I just kind of had to force myself to improve my social skills. There was a lot of learned behaviors, and I've learned to cope with a lot of things, so it'll definitely be pretty difficult to assess me. Ty says it may be easier as an adult since you know more about yourself. That's a valid point. Yeah, that's a valid point. Tyree says you forgot to revive. Oh, yeah. Yeah, because I'm focusing so much on what I'm saying. Yeah, sure did forget to revive Luke and them. I think I'm gonna do every battle in the first chapter, and then I think that's when I'll cut the stream off. Because I didn't really come into this expecting to play Shining Force. It's just at the last minute in the last couple of hours, and I saw that I didn't have the PS2 connected. So I was gonna put Command Mission on, Mega Man X Command Mission, and then I looked like, man, I do not feel like plugging that thing up. Genesis was still up. You know what? Let me just do this instead. Jack says people at my job don't even know that I'm on the spectrum. The few people I've revealed it to just thought I was quirky and not someone with a mental disorder. See, that's the thing that kind of bothers me about that. Because of the whole misunderstanding that the general populace has around the autism spectrum. Like, many people still don't understand what autism even is. Ah, man, I should have got Ken a bronze lance. It's okay. But yeah, a lot of people misunderstand what autism is, and whenever you do try to tell them about it, or somebody who does have it and they reveal it, like what Jack just said, they try to write it off as like a quirk or something else, and I don't know, that's kind of dismissive to me, and that's something a lot of people with autism, especially high functioning autism, because that's probably where the confusion comes from, because people try to bundle autism in with common symptoms when not all autistic people are the same. Like, sure, there are some shared behaviors, but for the most part, not every autistic person has the same qualities. That's why they separate different tiers of it. Like low functioning autism, that's kind of where your stereotypes come from. You know, those are people who can't be independent. But people with high functioning autism, you know, they're still able to, you know, function like a normal person. It's just their brain is just wired differently. But that's where the line gets blurred, just because of this general misunderstanding of the disorder. People just assume all autistic people are just fucking dumb or something like that. And that pisses me off. So that was part of my hesitance in getting a diagnosis, because I didn't want to deal with that type of bullshit either. And the main reason why I never got, you know, assessed as a kid was, well, mainly because, you know, my folks were in denial about it, because the people at my elementary school was trying to get me assessed. Like, they were really trying to push for it. And, you know, I love my parents to death, man, but I don't know, I guess they just didn't want to accept the possibility that their kid could be autistic. I don't know, it's real complicated, so I don't really talk about it too much. I feel like it's such an easy thing to grasp once you do some basic research on it. Shoot, it was brought to my attention that I was possibly on the spectrum as early as sophomore year in high school. So I went most of my childhood just not really suspecting anything was wrong with me, even though I had adults around me in my elementary and middle school clearly realizing that something was off about me. But right now, I'm at a point in my life where I feel like I could go without knowing for sure. I've had a lot of learned behaviors, like I said earlier, and stuff that I can better cope with now. So it's not like I need to know. But it wouldn't hurt to just know for sure, just to have some closure on it. Because I don't think my life would be any different. Like, it would just be good to know, so I could just point and say, like, wow, okay, that all makes sense now. And I could just leave it at that. I don't have to make a big deal out of it. Hell, when I get the diagnosis, I don't even think I'm going to tell my family about it. It's just going to stay between me and the doctor. Like, nobody really needs to know. Aside from whenever it needs to be mentioned. Jack says it's a shame, but I really don't know how to get people to understand it. I feel like sometimes I feel like it's impossible to get people to understand it, and that's the depressing part about it. Because people are naturally pretty narrow-minded. Hey Marcus, what's going on, bud? How you doing tonight? But yeah, most people just run with their being told, and they just don't really put in the effort to, one, do their own research, and two, be open-minded enough to, you know, just be aware of different possibilities outside of their own knowledge. Like, instead of relying on stereotypes all the damn time. Ultimate Light Form says, if you are, do you think anything will change when you learn? That kind of goes hand in hand with what I said a little bit earlier. I don't think, like, if I just keep it private, I don't think it's really going to affect my life much, if at all. Because I do have the benefit of patient confidentiality whenever I do go through that process. Where it'll just be on, you know, it'll just be in my record, but I don't really have to tell anybody about it. Like, if I don't want to, I can really just keep it to myself and I'll just be fine. Because if you aren't careful, that can affect your ability to get jobs and stuff. And I did look into it, and if a job can accommodate you, if you're autistic, you know, that can be really complicated. You can lose your job. So that was like the risk that I had to weigh with my decision to go and, you know, get assessed. I don't think I'll run into that problem at my hospital because the type of work that I do doesn't really require me to interact with a lot of people. Just my immediate supervisor and my co-workers, that's all I really have to interact with on a regular basis. I don't have to deal with visitors often, if at all. If anything, the type of job that I'm doing right now is pretty ideal for somebody with autism. Because I can just take my time. I'm in no rush to do my work. You know, there's not any micromanaging, and like I said earlier, there's really little to no interaction with visitors of the hospital. But as far as the rest of my life is concerned, if that's going to affect anything else like that, yeah, it just depends on who I tell, I suppose. And if I want to make it a big part of my identity, which I don't. So I'd say it really just depends on what I do, what actions I take after the potential diagnosis, assuming I have it. That's why I shy away from being certain that I have it. I just want to make sure a professional assesses me, and then I can go on ahead and say if I got it or not. Which, yeah, Ty says, there's also the people who self-diagnose themselves and use autism as an excuse to do terrible shit. Yeah. I can't stand people like that. That's why I say self-diagnosis is very dangerous. You have to make sure, you gotta make it official. Go see a doctor. Go see a psychiatrist, anybody who can point you in the right direction. Because while self-diagnosis, I say there is some benefit to self-diagnosis. It can just at least help you be aware that something might be potentially off with you. You're not, normal in the neurotypical sense. And then that can push you into going for an official diagnosis to make sure. And that's the route I took. I didn't want to lie to myself and other people around me. Because every time I mention it to someone, because I don't even make it a point to ever even bring it up. Like, if it comes up in a conversation, it just happens to be relevant to what we were talking about at the time. Other than that, I never bring up that I potentially have it unless it's, part of a talking point or something. Ooh! Please don't die. Don't double, thank you. Jack says, I never understood people who use their mental disorders, especially if self-diagnosed, as a shield for plain bad actions. As someone who actually has it, I never wanted to use it as a defense or an excuse or something I did, because I don't like the feeling of not being in control of my actions. Yeah, people like that, who they just kind of want an easy way out. They don't want to take accountability for their actions. Because people with high-functioning autism, or Asperger's syndrome, it was formerly called before they just merged everything into the autism spectrum. Because Asperger's syndrome, previously before they merged everything, they separated it from normal autism. But I want to say like a decade ago, they just merged everything together and just axed the entire Asperger's name and just called it high-functioning autism. But yeah, people with high-functioning autism, they've got the capacity to at least understand what they're fucking doing. And realize they can make mistakes and they have to take accountability for it. And that's a common thing whenever you used to hear about those content creators who be going through some drama, which I try not to consume that shit these days, but when it comes out that person was like autistic or something, they'll try to use it as a shield to kind of deflect the criticism thrown at them. And it's like, man, it don't work like that. Whether you're autistic or not, if you're aware of your actions, you still need to be held accountable. That's just my take on it. And, you know, most people who were actually good, like if you just tell somebody that they're doing something bad, you know, they'll understand and they'll try to change their behavior. Hey, bats, mind coming down? Oh, you sons of bitches. Come down here. I don't want to put Max in range, because they haven't done it yet, but these bats can put you to sleep. And it's really annoying. Just trying to trigger them. Oh god, they're coming too early. I don't want to deal with them and the bats at the same time. Shit. I hope it's just those two coming down, because sometimes the AI can be kind of funny. And a few of them will just stay behind. Hopefully that happens. Are the bats OP in this game too? Kind of. More so in these beginning maps where they can actually be a threat. Because your units are kind of under leveled at the moment. So they can do some decent damage. But the fact that they can inflict sleep status, it's really annoying when it happens. Because it's random and you can't really do anything about it. And they're flying enemies, so obviously they've got high evasion. It's like it's like a coin flip whether you're gonna hit them or not. So that makes fighting them even more annoying. Oh shit! I have never had these knights come down this early before. What the fuck, dude? Hey Magnus, which Shining Force has the better OST? Ooh. Now that's a tough one, because I love the OST from both games. Ooh, May might be dead. Oh no. Why did it have to be a double attack? Let me see if I can block that bat's way. But yeah, both games, I love the OST. But if I were forced to pick one... Han sucks, by the way. I just wanted to throw that out there. Han is such a garbage character. But yeah, if I had to pick one game's OST over the other, it would have to be the second game. The second game has so many bangers, dude. Sal says, by the way, hopefully if all goes well with the new place, the X4 poster is still visible in the videos. Oh yeah, I'm definitely going to try to keep that in there. Because the plan is, if I can get the place that I'm looking for, I'm going to have a room dedicated to just displaying all my games and my merch and all my posters, and I'm gonna have my computer in there too. So it'll kind of be my fun room / work room. Oh man, I used the herb. Finally, okay. Man, y'all been getting some bad level ups lately. Jeez. Because unlike the second game, the level ups are truly random in this game. And that's the first person to get fallen asleep. It had to be my healer too. Why? Wait, let me put her in the forest so she can get some reduced damage, just in case that knight attacks her, which I doubt it. Because in this game, the enemy... Ooh, nice crit. The enemy AI... It's designed specifically to target Max, the main character. If he is in range, they will gun for him. Though you can trick the AI. Like, you see how I kind of have this barricaded with two characters here? The AI is kind of stupid in this game. So if somebody's blocking them at the bottom, the AI just feels like it cannot go around. Like, this game's AI is a lot more exploitable compared to the second game. Because in the second game, it's actually smart. Oh yeah, May will be fine. Just need to heal Hans. Jack says the Ike figure will finally be able to breathe. Yes. I know my boy Ike is just tired of being on that refrigerator. I want to get him off that refrigerator. Ah, damn. Man, how much defense Max has? 7. Ooh. Yeah, hasn't been getting good defense lately. Yeah, and I don't feel confident letting him get hit by that knight. God damn it, Lo. Well, one of you hit this bat already. Nice crit. One thing I do like about this game over the second one is that the critical hits actually have some impact to them, man. They actually have that crazy sound effect that... It's absent in the second game for some reason. I don't know why they removed that. Luke should be fine. Yep. Ooh, nice. No, let's get rid of this Batman. Oh, fuck this evasion rate, dude. Just let Tao kill him with the blaze. Let everybody else wail on these two knights. Wow. All out for blood today. Alright, let's get this over with. I bet. Jack says, is there any sheer hit attacks in Shining Force, like attacks that bypass an accuracy evasion check? Yeah, all magic, any sort of magic, that's a guaranteed 100% hit rate. But other than magic, everything is kind of a coin flip, whether you're going to hit or not. Especially in the first game, because I feel like the first game's evasion rate is really high compared to the second game. It's a lot more common to miss in this game than the second one. But it's mainly only flying enemies you have to worry about when it comes to, you know, hit rates and stuff like that. Wait, is something still alive? Hey, what the fuck are you doing up here? Wondering why the battle didn't end. Yeah, get your ass down here. But yeah, I don't know the exact numbers, but I do know for most enemies, your odds of hitting them are like 9 out of 10. But when it comes to flying enemies, that gets flipped instantly to like a 50% chance. Sometimes it feels lower than that. Yeah, but that's why magic is so powerful in these games. Because they're like your kill confirms. Just to make sure you finish an enemy off. That's why I let Tao kill that bat back there, because I was tired of everybody missing the damn thing. Now she's out of magic, so. Well, this isn't really a serious playthrough, so I'm not even gonna obsess over who gets this kill. Probably not even gonna return to this file after this stream ends. This was just filler. This game's accuracy seems similar to Gaiden. Gaiden echoes where magic is the best way to deal with 60% evasion gray top. Oh, okay, I didn't even know that. Greetings, dumbass! With my powers, I can see into the future. Care to know your fate? She is obviously evil, by the way. Forgot what was in here. I don't think there are any new weapons here. I could give May a spear, though. Yeah, that would be nice. Just so she can have a long range option. Jack says magic isn't 100% accurate in those games, but it's set accuracy. Oh, okay. Thunder has a static 80% regardless of terrain or stats. Kind of like gambits. Oh, okay. That's actually pretty interesting. I mean, at least they didn't make it broken and just have magic all 100% hit rate like in these games. Because magic truly is a beast in these games. Especially in the first game. Because the enemies don't have as much HP in the first Shining Force game. That's the second game. As most people saw. When you got to end game, you got a lot of enemies that had more HP than half of your army. And attack magic didn't really hit as hard as they did in the first game. But magic in this game is busted. Wait, there's another house up there with some goodies. Be a middle sword in this one here. Yep. You know, the cool thing is Max is the only one who can use swords. You can give it to Ken or Gort, and they can use swords as well, though they lose the ability to use them when they promote for some dumb reason. I tend to use Gort more over Luke. I think you do get another middle sword in the castle, though. Yeah, I love the name Gort. Did I name all of them? No, all the characters' names are fixed except for the main character. But in a second game, you can put in a cheat code where you can rename everybody, which was pretty cool. That just is straight garbage right there. Before I go into the next battle, I'm gonna sell some of this junk I get in treasure chests. Yeah. Here's one thing I don't like about the first game. It doesn't pass items to other members if the main character's inventory is full, like it did in the second game. So every time you open a chest, you have to make sure the main character actually has a slot available. I'm so glad they changed that in the second game. And unlike the second game, we don't have anything like the caravan to store items in, so item management can be a challenge early on. Well, inventory management. Give it to Gort. That's a stat booster. Just gonna give that to somebody just for them to hold on to it. Yeah, there's the other middle sword. Oh, and in this game, you actually want to hoard your stat boosters until your characters promote. Because promotion works differently here. When you promote, all your stats reset. So you don't really want to use a stat booster when you're in the first class. Then that stat booster is just going to get wiped. Oh, it's Kane. It has the same energy as surprise, motherfucker. Oh, stay fresh, Kane. Oh, I should probably bring this up for anybody who's interested, but Sega's about to delist a shit ton of Sega Genesis games on the online stores, like Steam, Switch. I don't even think that's on Switch, but Xbox and PlayStation stores. And all of the Shining Force games and Shining in the Darkness was on that list. So if you ever wanted to get this game for like $1 on Steam, for example, well, in December, I think in the middle of December, no, at the beginning of December, they're going to delist all of this. Which is a damn shame. Because that was like one of the most accessible ways to play these games. Like if you wanted to single it out instead of getting it in a bundle, like both Shining Force 1 and 2 are like $1 each on Steam right now. But on December 6th, I think that's the day all of that's going to be gone. So this is like one of my favorite battle themes in the game. Radio Umbra says also Dreamcast game. Oh yeah, yeah, stuff like Jet Set Radio and all of that. All of that's being delisted too. Yeah, and Sonic the Fighters. Like, oh yeah, like a bunch of Sonic games are gonna get the X. I mean, people speculate what they're doing. I mean, me personally, I think they're just gonna release another compilation soon. That's the only plausible explanation I could think of for them to be delisting that many games. Because it was like a total of 60 plus games that's about to get delisted. Ah, man. I might have to take back what I said earlier. Whenever somebody asked me about which OST I liked more. I think it's because every time I come back to Shining Force 1, I'm just reminded of how fucking awesome the music is. I said 2. I don't know, I might have to give it to 1. I'm not gonna lie to you. I think I only said 2 because it actually had more variety in its soundtrack compared to the first game. Because once you hear these tracks over and over and over and over again on repeat, it kind of get old pretty quick. The second game did somewhat of a better job with that, though it still has the same issues to a limited degree. Jack says, oh man, I love it when my favorite game company decides to wipe the entire libraries of games off the digital storefront just so they can sell it again at a higher price. That's exactly what they're doing. I just know another compilation is coming soon. That's the only way I can see them getting rid of all of those games. Uh-oh. Ooh, those 3 doors lining up the way they are, I can catch them all with a blaze too. Yeah, perfect. This is why I love AoE magic. Hope that dwarf suffers 9 damage. Yeah! Oh, fuck. Why'd you have to go to sleep, Hans? Viper Acid says, hello, Magnus. I hope you're having a good day today. Oh, yeah, it's pretty good. How about you? And there's something I was going to say given the title of this stream and your earlier judging is bullying video. Oh, okay. What you had to say? Yeah, Hans was the only person who took some hits, but he's just gonna use an herb. Sal says this theme really keeps the tension up. It definitely does. There's another theme that I actually like more than this one in this game, but it doesn't play until much later. Unfortunately, I won't be able to show that off today. Or for a while, actually. I doubt my next stream will be Shining Force 1. Because I know most people aren't down for seeing a slower paced game like this. So it'll be a while before I actually stream Shining Force in a longer session again. If I do, it's probably going to be on my second channel once that picks up some steam. Just right now, I'm streaming it over here because, well, second channel's kind of dead right now. Oh, wait, Hans is still asleep, isn't he? Fuck. And Chris can't move. Goody. Yeah, let's just get him out of the way. Wake the fuck up, boy. You ever play Arc Racer before? No, but I really, really want to. I never did play it growing up, but from what I've seen of it, the game looks amazing. Viper says, but as for what I was going to mention, I've been often been on the receiving end. What the fuck? Yeah, the double attacks of this game is a lot more frequent than the second game. Have to be careful of that. But yeah, sorry about that. Yeah, I've been often in the receiving end of being harshly judged for not joining the internet bandwagon to bash something everyone wants to shit on. Oh. I completely understand where you're coming from with that. Like, you just want peace and then everybody wants negativity. Like, shoot, if you scroll down into the comments of that video I made about Judgment, you're gonna see a whole bunch of weird asses making some dumbass arguments. When all I said was, just be nice to people. And apparently that's an issue. Can't really comprehend people these days, I swear to God. Some people just argue just for the sake of arguing. Like, you can't really fight against that. I mean, as long as you're doing you and don't give a fuck about what people say, you'll be okay. Like, the main thing is to surround yourself with people who actually give a damn about you. And like, if somebody has an issue about what you like or what you don't like or what you don't want to do, you don't want to join a bandwagon, then that's their fucking problem. They're just projecting onto you. I'd say just be around people that, you know, you trust, and don't spend any energy on people who give you shit like that. Oh, come on, man. Nobody even hit this thing yet. Okay, well, I'm not gonna waste time on that. Because that's 12 attack, and that's not gonna do much damage to the stupid bat. Hate to waste more magic, but kind of have to because this bat just refuses to die. Don't put me to sleep, please don't put me to sleep, please don't put me to sleep, please don't put me to sleep. Aha! You missed! Viper says, perfect example, I actually like Mighty Number 9 despite all of its problems and Inafune's poor decisions, to put it lightly. I enjoy it unironically and have fun with it, even invested a lot of time. Yeah, see, that was like the main point of that video I was trying to make. Like, just because somebody hates, like somebody likes something that's commonly hated, that doesn't really give anybody the excuse to give them shit over it. That's like if somebody came out and told me that they liked X7. I used this example a lot. I honestly wouldn't give a shit. If anything, I would be impressed. And I'd be trying to learn what they find enjoyable about it instead of just trying to shoot down their arguments. Like, I'm not gonna name people, but there are even people in my own space who just harshly judge games like X5 and X6. And half of these people never even played the game, and they still talk shit about it. Which, those games have a lot of room of criticism, don't get the wrong idea. I think X5 is an even worse game than 6. People really overlook its flaws. But, like, a game is a game, and at the end of the day, it's all subjective. That's why I hate using the word, or rather, I hate abusing the word objectivity. It's like, just because there's a popular opinion doesn't mean that popular opinion is right. It's just an opinion that multiple people have come to. Like, if anybody likes X5 through 7 and they genuinely have a good time with it, more power to them. In fact, I respect them more than the people who just dog piles on them just for internet brownie points. Me, I don't even have an opinion on Mighty Number 9 because I bought it, but I never even took it out of its wrapper. And I'm the type of person who tries not to criticize things that I haven't played yet. Unless it's a special case like Fire Emblem Fates. But even then, I don't even go in hard on Fates because that's kind of like my principle. I barely played it. So in the little bit I did play of it, I did enjoy it. I guess mainly because I didn't get into the most cringe parts yet. But I don't jump on the Fates hate bandwagon because I just have not finished it yet. And I will form an opinion once I finally get around to finish it. Radia says, never understood the Mega Man and Bass hate. Game is mad fun. Now that one, I gotta stand behind you 100%. Mega Man and Bass is awesome. Like, it's definitely got its flaws. Just like any game, there's no such thing as a perfect game, but for what Mega Man and Bass is, it's a really solid game in my book. So it's definitely one of those games to get a lot of unjust hatred to. Also, I just made a huge mistake. Oh, okay, never mind. May just got 5 defense. She just... she kind of fixed my mistake for me. Because she was going to get dogpiled up there, but she's got 5 defense. She'll be able to tank all those hits. This should only do like 2 damage. Yep. Yeah, she's good. If she didn't get that 5 defense, she was definitely gonna die. Let me block the way, just in case that other knight gets some funny ideas. Nice! Sabri says, I also wish people were more capable of expressing their love for something without putting something else down in the same breath. Exactly. That's what I've been preaching for years, man. Like, you can appreciate something without tearing something else down in a process. God damn. Max has been getting bad defense level ups lately. Usually around level 5, he could tank several hits from these knights. Oh, I've been getting bad RNG. Please don't crit. Ah, he did crit. What? He got a crit and a double attack. That was absolutely the worst RNG I've ever seen in this game. What? Oh, that's the thing about Shining Force. You never know exactly what's gonna happen in battles. It's part of the reason why I like it over Fire Emblem. Because it's stuff like that that you just straight up cannot account for. Now I'm done, man. After I saw that, I'm done. That was fucked up. Man, I think that's only ever happened to me one other time throughout all the years I played this game. I don't think I've ever gotten so unlucky to the point where I ever got a double critical attack from an enemy. I don't even think that's possible. But after what I just saw, I'm starting to think it's possible now. Oh, sorry, Simone. I'm definitely going to be away for a while. Jack says, speaking of FE, Magnus, shoutouts to all the FE fans who hated Echoes for not having waifus pair up despite the fairy gang being the foundation of the beloved three houses. Yeah, gotta love those double standards, bro. I never did give a shit about Echoes and that. What the hell? Oh, dog scratching on the door trying to get in. What you doing, dog? Yeah, but as I was saying, though, yeah, I didn't really give a shit about Echoes not having a romance system. But that really hurt the Fates bros. Enough to just write it off entirely. Like, but that's how Fire Emblem fans can be sometimes. That's why I'm embarrassed sometimes to even consider myself a fan, because that's the space I have. That's the space I have to share with certain people. Cute doggo, thanks. Say hello to the stream, Kai. Oh, oops. Looks like he's in a camera mood now. I saw that yawn. You need to take your butt back to sleep, boy. It's 11 o'clock. Ready to go to bed. Get ready to go to bed. Yeah, get your butt in that bed. Viper says, and yeah, on the subject of expressing something people like, often the fanboy levels from my experience, but to have this insecure need to put something else down, it reeks of pettiness. Yep. And a lot of it stems from people not being able to, like, it goes both ways too. Like, there are those people who just want to put something popular down just because either they don't understand it or why it's popular. But I don't know. Well, that's just contrarians for you. But yeah, insecurity definitely plays a big role in it. Like, for example, like, there are people who give, like, Fire Emblem shit for, like, its romance system ever since Awakening kind of went into that direction. You know what I'm talking about. And ever since then, Fire Emblem has been getting a lot of shit from people outside of its fandom. It's like a common point for them to pick on it. And meanwhile, these same people with these double standards, whenever they say stuff about how cringe Fire Emblem can be, and I take a look at a certain game that they like, and I'm like, bro, what the fuck? What you're playing is a lot more cringe than what I like. What's going on? Like, some people just need to put something down to make their own thing feel better or superior. I mean, I could give direct examples, but I'm not going to go there. So I don't want anybody to feel like they were being called out. But I observe these things. I just don't say anything. But I see it a lot. Jack says, imagine if FE4 gets remade with an avatar character. Oh god, please don't. And the ability to cuck Sigurd and Arvis and have Deirdre to yourself. You know, that would be a good ending, though. I mean, I'm not gonna spoil it for anybody who hadn't played FE4, but like, I don't know, maybe cucking Sigurd might be for the best. Considering everything that leads up to it. But yeah, like I said in that community post, this was gonna be a short-ish stream. I did say an hour to 2 hours, but it looks like it's pushing to 3, so I definitely went overboard a little bit. Mainly because I got caught up in the game. Because the plan was to stop the stream after I set my piece on what I said earlier. But yeah, I'm just gonna call it a night here. I said I was gonna do some more editing in the Fire Emblem 4 video, so I'm probably gonna jump right back on that after I get something to eat. Because, yeah, like I said earlier, yeah, the video, if I were to put a percentage completed on it, the video is about 45% complete. I've already got most of Gen 1 done. I'm mostly editing the Chapter 5, the final chapter of Gen 1, my little talking points in that. But after that, I can safely say after tonight, I'll definitely be 50% finished with the whole video. Which is a big deal to me, because that video is huge. Really big. It's the longest video I've ever made. It's just a shame that I did have it completed like last year, and the bullshit happened with the computer, and I lost all my progress. And it was a knee-jerk reaction, because then after I got the replacement GPU and the problem was fixed, and it wasn't the editing program that was the issue, I had already deleted the project. So it's like, me being a little frustrated at the time, I was like, man, I got no use for this program. I've got no use for this project now. Might as well delete it. Because I was going to go back to Sony Vegas Pro. And then come to find out, like, right after I got that GPU replacement, and DaVinci Resolve just worked flawlessly. I was like, I deleted it for nothing. Why did I do that? But it's okay. That did demoralize me a bit, but I didn't want to give up on the video. So I kind of had to redo it from scratch. But yeah, it's coming along nicely. I also kind of have to stop myself and my perfectionist tendencies, because that's also what's been slowing it down. Because I really do love the process of editing, but I often go overboard sometimes. So I kind of just had to stop and just kind of simplify some things to speed up the process a little bit. Because the type of edits I was doing, that really like dragged down the production time. And I realized that as I got back into redoing it. So right now I'm just making it a lot more simple. I do have my little flashy edits here and there, but I'm trying not to go too crazy with it. It's going to help me finish the video a lot faster now. The goal is to get this video done before Christmas. That was actually my original goal last year, to get that video done by last Christmas, and it never happened, so because of the technical issues. But hopefully this time there won't be any bullshit with the computer. I just hope my computer doesn't choke rendering an hour-and-a-half long video. That's the only thing I'm afraid of. But yeah, that's it for me. Thanks for tuning in, guys. Hope you all have a nice night. Make sure you stay chill and don't let the world's bullshit get you down. Just stay positive. Everything's gonna be alright. But yeah, have yourselves a good night. A fantastic night. Alright. Stay chill.